What was your first concert you ever attended as a fan?
The first concert I ever went to was Coldplay at Bellahouston Park in Glasgow. I went with two of my best friends, and it was absolutely brilliant and terrifying at the same time. It was awesome. I loved it.
That's so cool. And what was the last concert you attended? Do you remember?
Jeez. The last concert I went to, well, I'm not sure if it counts, but the last concert I went to, I was supporting, it was Jake Bugg. I went to see Jake play. Every single night we sat and watched this. He's a friend of mine as well as somebody who's been a big supporter, and yeah, watching him every night was brilliant. I loved it.
That's awesome. And what was the first album that made you fall in love with music?
That's a really good question. I would say probably Travis. The Invisible Band was an album that was given to me by somebody at school, I remember, and yeah, I still think Travis are one of the most underrated bands ever. You know, fantastic, like just genius songwriting. So probably that, I would say.
I need to go listen to that now. That's awesome. And what was the last vacation you went on?
The last vacation I went on, let me think. It would have been a little while ago. Oh, do you know, it was Sorrento in Italy, actually. I'd never been, and I've always wanted to go, and yeah, we were lucky enough to get the chance to go about a year ago. It's one of the most, in fact, it is the most beautiful place I think I've ever been in my life. It's incredible. I ate so much pizza, it was disgusting.
Wow. And what was your last Netflix, Hulu, or streaming service binge?
Normal People I watched. Have you seen that, Normal People?
No, I heard about it though.
Honestly, it's so good. It's unbelievable. It's one of those shows that has just stayed with me like weeks after I watched it. It was like therapy watching it. It was incredible. Yeah, so that, and I'm now a season deep into Selling Sunset, which I know is horrible, but there we go.
That's amazing. Yeah. And what was the
Hilary
last?
Mantel said she liked it, so I feel I'm like justified in watching it now, so that's fine.
Hey, whatever you want to do. And what was the last song that was stuck in your head?
The last song that was stuck in my head. Oh God. I did have Blinding Lights in my head for weeks, so it's probably that, I would say. That's the last one I can really remember being a proper earworm, I guess. The biggest earworm I've ever had was Gautier. Somebody used to know that. It took me months to shake that one off. I ended up hating it.
And what was the last song you karaoke to? Do you remember?
The last song sorry?
Karaoke to?
Oh, All These Things I've Done. The Killers. Me and my friend Neil, we take a part each. We nail it every time. It's brilliant. I love it.
And what was the last album you listened to in its entirety?
The last album I listened to in its entirety. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, it was Rumours, Fleetwood Mac, actually. An artist that I was working with. It was one of his references for the tracks that we were working on. So we brought in a vinyl player to the studio and listened to it start to finish. It's just a work of art, masterpiece.
Wow, awesome. That is all I